Wow, guys, this is my life, the first live which I have. Almost it's 11:30 in the evening here where I am. But I was so inspired about it to do it today. I just didn't have time in the during the day. I had so many things to do, and but I said I'm gonna do it. So what I want to talk about today is self-doubt, and the interesting thing is that many people. Um, Believe in their doubts, and that's interesting. So what I'm saying by that is, um, normally when we do things in life, we believe that we need to be 100% sure that the things are going to happen in order to approach them. But what I realize is that actually that doesn't have to be the case. Throughout the years, I had many times in my life when I had to approach situations and with a lot of self doubt. And the problem was, I could go through the situations, I could create something out of them, but was on muscles. What I'm saying is that I'm doing it even though I'm like trembling and I feel afraid and stuff, and I didn't know how to approach that at that point. So that's why I was just muscling through and pushing and was not vulnerable with my feelings, but I was just going and doing things. So um, the new perspective I have for a while is that actually what I realize is that now in this very moment, I have two options. There are many options, but there are two opposite options. Like one option is the possibility which is gonna happen when I approach certain thing, and the other thing is uh, I see that as something new. I have my worry about it. So because I have the worry, I need to listen the worry, but not to listen the possibility which is gonna happen. If it's a little bit abstract, what I'm gonna say is, for example, you want to move to another place, and you feel that one option is to see the possibility that in this other place you're gonna meet new people, you're gonna have a lot of adventures there, you're gonna create a lot of new things, you're gonna meet new people. So there are many other things which many possibilities to do that. But also on the other side, uh, you have the doubt inside. You can see it in a way, okay, but now when I go there, I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. I'm not sure what I can do with that. I'm not sure if I can actually enjoy it. I'm not sure this. I'm not sure that. And very often people we focus on this doubt, and the more we focus on it, the more the doubt becomes bigger, and the more we actually even don't take the step, or if we take the step, we are doing it from a place of fear, from a place of doubt, which actually weakens the step, and it doesn't actually doesn't we don't create the potential which this step might have in our life. And this is another common example is when you actually want to get a new job, or yes, the best example is when, for example, you are doing something, you're working for someone, and then you decide that you want to have something by yourself, and you want to do it, you want to approach it, but the problem is that you actually um, you don't know what is going to happen there, and because of that you create doubt in yourself. You just stay as someone who is okay, I want to create this business for myself, I want to create this practice, but because my life I've been working for people, that's why I don't know what to do there. And because I don't want know what to do, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to stay with my fear in my job, because if I do something it might be even more frightening. And what I'm saying here is very often we stay in what we don't want because we are afraid what is going to be outside of it. we're afraid to go to the thing which you really want, given, for example, the business, you want to create a business, because you're afraid that you cannot handle it. But the problem is when we have this desire to do the other thing, we stay in the old one because of our fear, and we don't feel good about it, actually. We don't feel good about it. We have a great conflict in ourselves, and we stay with that. And that's the biggest problem we have. Because what you can do otherwise is that to ask yourself, is it worth it to stay in this conflict, in this situation, even though I'm not happy here, because I'm afraid what is going to happen there, but I might be way more powerful there, I will be way more happy there. I'm going to give you an example with my life. When I started my coaching practice, working in this direction, a friend of mine asked me, what is going to happen if you, for example, you fail in this thing, because this not a lot of people knew that about that, especially in Bulgaria. And I said to him, I remember that I said, at least I'm gonna know that I will know that I've tried it. I tried it, I've been there, and because I've tried it, I know that I did what I really wanted in life. And you know, guys, that's what I found in years of trying different things. That's what I was doing actually the last 10 years of my life. I tried so many different things, and some of them failed, some of them were successful, but in everything which I did, I had this satisfaction that I tried what I wanted. And even though in some of them were not successful, I felt good about that, because actually I gave myself the permission, I gave myself the acceptance that I can try whatever I want. And because I did that, I had the energy, I had the satisfaction to go through that. And because some people ask me, okay, but how can you be this happy and that you just have this a lot of energy in you? It's because very often I'm not afraid. I'm afraid, but I'm not following the fear sometimes. I just go about it, do it, and then I feel happy about it. And I don't care even if it's so successful, then mostly it's because I'm giving the chance to myself to do it. And that makes it good. That makes it powerful. And that's why I love it. So coming back to the doubt, I'm sure that all of you have something you want to create in your life, but you have doubts to create it. And why you're listening to the doubt? That's my question. And let's talk about first why you think you're listening to the doubt. Because in this sense, you have the doubt and you have the possibility. Why are you not listening to the possibility that you might have if you go there? If you create your own business, you might have freedom. You might have way more, a lot of money. You might have a lot of different clients from different places. Your life will be way more adventurous. All of these things are with you. But what you do is you listen to the doubt. And I'm going to give you my perspective on that, why people listen to their doubts. People listen to their doubts because they are convinced that if you listen to the doubt, is the right thing, is the safe thing. And this is the key word, is the safe thing. The question here I have towards you is, do you want the safe thing? Or you want the possibility of exponential growth? Because if you want the safe thing, stay with the doubt. Because the doubt actually is giving you to stay in your comfort zone and be safe. And if we go deeper with that, we know that our brain is wired in this way to help us survive. Because years and years and years, that was its function, to help us in a very dangerous world where everything around could eat us. So our brain is focused on that, and that makes sense that it works in this way. But right now, is it your goal to be safe? That's what I'm going to ask you. Think about that for yourself. Because it's not the problem of the brain that is bringing you doubt. It's the problem of you that you're focusing on it. And you have the capacity to not focus on it and to not listen to it. You can just see it and acknowledge it and not listen to it. And you can focus on the possibility which is going to be created for you more and more when you focus on it. I'm giving you an example. I remember when I was 20 years old, I had to go to America. And I had this traveling agency with which I was going. And I had to find a job and then go through a visa interview. I didn't know English. I couldn't speak English at all. Um, the two guys with me, they could, but I couldn't. I didn't understand. Understood most of the things, but I didn't know. I couldn't understand everything. So what I'm saying here is, I didn't have that, and my brain at that point had a lots of doubts, and I full of doubts. I couldn't speak English. How can I get a job? How can I get the visa and stuff? And at the time, I was listening to the doubt, but at the same time, I had the willpower to continue. So they were battling my doubt and my willpower going against each other. And that's very often, if we have a strong willpower, we can overpower the doubt. What happened was, I got a job. I got a pretty good job with a great salary, which people who knew English couldn't get. And the second one was, I got the interview without any problem. But I was sweating all the time. I was with a lot of fear in my belly. I was with a lot of doubts in my head. And then I asked myself now, how the doubt helped me to actually get this interview? How the doubt helped me to get the interview? Didn't help me. Actually, it made me so nervous that I couldn't actually. At some point, I was freezed in a way. I didn't have enough energy. It was taking my energy out. Now I'm saying this: doubt can help you to actually achieve something, but you just need to listen to it and leave it away, not staying with it. You can listen it's like an opinion of someone around you, and then you decide you want to go. That's the thing you can do there. But doubt doesn't help you to thrive, and that's what I'm trying to say. And people, if you want to create some great development in your life, you want to go to the next level, you cannot rely on your doubt, because the doubt is not connected to that. The doubt is connected to your history, with the things you already know, with your saving that you want to be saved. It's not connected to actually what you can get out of life. So that's what you want to create, and that's what you want to focus on, and that's what is going to help you to actually go to the next level. That's why when I work with my clients, what I'm saying to them, that is, when they work with me, we are going to another level. We don't stay on the level of doubt, but you stay on the level of possibility. And when you stay on the level of possibility and connect to it, you're coming from a different place. You're way more creative and innovative of the things you want to create in your life. So you can listen to the doubt, but you don't stay with that. You just listen like an opinion, and then leave it away and focus on the possibility of the situation. If you want to get a new job, focus on the possibility what your new job is going to help you create in your life, and focus on the way how actually you can make it happen. When someone asks me, okay, man, I ask, I want to create this, and the person starts to think, but this is cannot happen because of that and that and that. I always say, people, I don't care how. I don't care actually if that is going to happen. I know it's going to happen. Now tell me how I can make it happen. What is the possibility? That's where you want to go. That's where we want to go. The fears, the doubts, these kind of things, they are not serving us, because they want to keep us safe. They want to keep us safe in our comfort zone, because that's their job. They want to keep us safe so that we are not going too much outside. We are not too curious. We are not too adventurous, because the lion is gonna eat us. But there is no lion, guys. There is no lion. No lions around us. There are possibilities, and these possibilities are for us. And if we focus on them, the things are gonna happen. They're not lions. That's the thing. And actually, one of the thing I use when I'm doubting myself is, very often I talk to myself in a way that I'm not in dangerous situation right now. I'm 35 years old. I have the capacity to go through whatever comes in my way, even though sometimes I forget about it. I'm saying that out loud to myself in moments when I feel doubt and fear about going the next level, the next thing. I feel that, and I say to myself, I'm 35 years old. I've been through everything. I can handle that. I can handle everything. And one of the things, I don't know if I mentioned in the previous lives and somewhere, but Stephen Jeffers, Stewart, sorry. The author of Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, she was talking about 3 levels of fear, and that the last level of fear is that you cannot handle it. That's the only thing. Below every fear in your life, it's I can't handle it. And if you learn to trust yourself and you actually talk to yourself that you can handle stuff, actually, that you can do that, you can handle it, then the things are gonna happen. Because deep inside, when you do that, you're gonna start trusting yourself. That no matter what happens, you're gonna face it and handle it. And you don't want to stay safe. Why stay safe? Most people stay safe, and what is going on in their life is that they stay safe and they're not happy with that, but they're so afraid to go out of this comfort zone thing. So that's why they want to stay in this situation. And what you do, you just watch movies, try to find different dramas in your life to actually fulfill the need of adventure in yourself, but you're not doing it in your life. You have a great life when you can actually go and see the world and see so many opportunities, but you stay in your comfort zone because you're afraid that if you go there and if you have adventurous life, you're not going to be happy. Why? You're going to be so happy if you do that. You want adventure. Every one of us wants that. It's in our nature. And that's what we want now. We want to actually give ourselves the permission to create adventure. What is going to happen? You're going to be without money. You're going to be bankrupt or something, or you're going to be homeless or something. It's not going to happen. You're not going to do that because you have enough capacity. And even if some hard situation comes, you have family, you have parents. It's also our ego, because we are afraid that we are going to be ashamed if we fail in something, or we end up without money at some point. No, man. The experience of going through that is going to be way more worthy than your money. Even if you give your own money away for this thing and you in a way don't succeed with it, the experience you're going to get from that is going to help you to become so powerful that the next time you approach things, you're going to be from a completely different place. And that's where you want to stay. That's where we want to be. That's where you want to actually make your habitual place. And that's what I'm helping people with, actually, because that's the way to actually explore life in a good way. I've seen so many people nowadays where they work in their jobs. They hate their jobs. They hate their life because their job is connected to that life, and you be 10, 15 hours in this job, which you hate, you don't like, you don't feel happy with it, you don't use your potential there, you actually use non-potential there. I was listening to a person who was finishing, I think he finished Harvard, he graduated at Harvard or some of these big universities in US, and he actually got a job where he was doing things which could be done by someone who just finished 10th grade or something like this. But they wanted people who had Harvard degree, for example, or some other famous university degree in order to do the job. But he was saying that he was not using any of his potential for this job. He was actually he was saying that he was becoming stupider and stupider and less intelligent by staying there because he had to do something manually and he was not using his brain. That's what a lot of people do. And that was how the world was actually created before, how the world was functioning before. But now you have endless possibilities in the world that you can create what you want. You can be yourself and you don't use it. That is why you're doing that. That's why I'm asking people. Because you need to pay money to or you take a risk, or you pay money to work with a coach, for example. But that's an investment in you. That's an investment which is going to help you to actually become the person you want to become. Because you're becoming the person you want to become throughout this journey in order to create the goal and objective you have ahead. That's where you want to be. And I'm so excited to help people in this direction, because I know that everyone who is listening now, you have some spark inside of you. You have some desire inside of you. You are really dying to work with, dying to actually approach, and you're afraid, shitless afraid to do it. I'm going to tell you, no matter what it is, if you have it, if you have this desire, burning desire, you have the responsibility towards yourself, the people around you, and the world itself to do it. because this is your real, true, authentic expression. This is your talent. This is your gift. This is your energy. Because when you don't do it, it stays inside and you implode. You got stagnated. You don't feel good about it. You got depressed. That's why all of these things are coming. It's not because of something else. It's because people have unexpressed potential, which actually cannot stay inside and do nothing. It creates stress. It creates overwhelm. And that's one of the reasons why people actually go to depression, because they have this and they even don't know that it gets inside. They have this inside and they don't do anything about it, and they got depressed because they don't know how to do it and feel helpless. There's so many reasons why people go in these bad mental situations is because they don't know how to use their potential. They're afraid to approach it. They're afraid actually to reveal their greatness in the world. It's not that our deepest fear, it's not that we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is because we are powerful beyond measure. Marianne Williamson, this is what she means. We need to do that. We have the responsibility towards the world to do it. And I really want to help you to do that. To live the life of your dreams, because I know it's possible. And self-doubt is not the place you want to be from in order to make it happen. I love you and talk to you soon. And now I'm gonna finish with it.